Hi, I'm Kyle Elliott and this is ACM. And my top 5 do's and don'ts for a podcast is, first of all, don't let, if anything, like you hit any bumps in the road. Like sometimes to record a show it will take us half an hour to do because everything runs smoothly. But sometimes it takes us up to like 3 hours to do because none of the equipment's working. The best thing to do is just like stay positive with it and keep going away, like keep just plugging away at it, and then eventually you'll get a good show to come together. Another do is have no gaps in the talking, otherwise people listening to it, it may not seem like a big gap to you because you've only had a little pause, but people listening in will hear that gap and be like, oh, maybe they seem unsure. So just be sure of yourself when you're talking about the tracks and just speak out and do what you can. Make sure you always speak to the bands first before playing their tracks, because otherwise if the track comes in that you get sent in and all the members of the band aren't 100% sure that they want it on there and you play it, it could cause disruption and then the podcast could get in trouble with stuff not having the full permission from the band to play the song. So always double check with the band you have the full permission to play the track. Another thing, if you're ever sending in tracks for the podcast, you have to make sure it's in an MP3 format or a WAV format, and it's, at the end of the day, it's your music that's going out there. So it needs to be in a good condition. Don't just send any old mix over. Make sure it's exactly what you want and exactly how you want it, because that's going to be on social media for a long time. Because it's on our platform, it's on a whole show as well. We can't take it down and put a new one up. So make sure you're 100% happy with your track before you submit it. Social media is very important. So if you ever think of setting up a podcast yourself, make sure that you have that secure, constant flow of content. Because if you set up like a weekly podcast, or like we do every other week, you may find it hard to sometimes gather content, which then brings panic, and then it makes you rush to get the content in, and then you might not get the content that you want for the show, and therefore makes the show sound rushed because you haven't taken your time to make sure you have that following and that content. So don't start it if you can't finish it.